I think for the newcomers of this industry, they will always ask if there is a great potential of this smart home business. So before talking about HDL, I would like to introduce the smart home industry firstly. According to market research, the revenue of global smart home market will reach 157 billion US dollar in 2023. However, at that moment, the market penetration is only around 30%, and there is only 21% of smart home has advanced functions like remote monitoring and control functions. This means that there are still 30% household doesn't equipment with any smart home devices. So this is a huge opportunity for us. And the research also predicted that by 2023, the device sales will account for 52% of total revenue of this industry. And Asia Pacific will contribute 30% of market share, while the Western Europe 80%, North America 40%, and the rest 12% market share. So what is the forces to drive this smart home business ahead? You can take into consideration 5 development drivers that bring significant impacts on it. The first driver is that the giant companies such as Google, Facebook, Amazon has joined smart home business. They are able to catch people's attention, and they have been educating people on smart home concept. So when there are more and more people get to know smart home, they will become our potential customers. The second driver is the growing demands, which contains like the global population growth and the consumer upgrading, the urbanization, and also the development of real estate industry. The urbanization is still very low in some developing countries, so there are a large number of people will move to city. That will generate a lot of business opportunity to us. The third driver is smartphone and the smart speakers that makes smart home even more smarter, since the end users understand how easy to control their house can be and looks really smart. The fourth driver is climate change has become everyone's concern those days. Paris Accord was drawn to address this problem, and the implementation of the Accord will create numerous energy-saving business. You cannot do it without smart home system if you want to save energy in the buildings. The last one is the DIY products. It's making smart home more affordable to average people. In the past, smart home was designed for rich people, but now the costs become lower and everyone can afford smart home. There are different channels for manufacturers to sell their products to the market. They can choose to sell it through professional installation companies, and their products will be sold, installed, and commissioned by installers.
It has joined.
This channel is more suitable for complex systems like wired whole home smart systems, and manufacturers can also choose to sell through retailers such as IKEA, Rexha stores, or sell on e-markets like Amazon, eBay, or AliExpress. And this channel is more suitable for wireless products, which only requires simple installation and configuration, and end users can even do it by themselves. The third channel is sold OEM and ODM products by service providers like telecom companies and the security companies, or even energy operators. Basically, this channel is suitable for standard wireless products, which requires simple installation and maintenance. Here is the table to show the installer's role in different business modes or channels. From this table, you can see that the roles and the different sales channels chosen by the manufacturers. It is the best choice to choose the wired brand, with manufacturers who choose to sell products while professional installers and the distribution network. Because only in this direction you can play a major role in the business and to realize your value on the project. And if the manufacturers choose to sell products in the stores or online platforms like Amazon, then I don't think it is a good choice for installers to choose. Now, let's talk about our company. Our company HDL was established in 1985, starting with the stage lighting control business. We made the HDL brand to the best brand in China, and our products have been used in Sydney Opera House and People's Hall of Beijing, which is the most important meeting hall in China. And it is also the symbol of this country. Since 2002, HDL started its automation business, and we were the first smart home company in China who exports its products abroad, and we are the first KNX manufacturer from China. Nowadays, we have been one of the best smart home company inside China. In 2021, HDL brand was ranked in the second place of the best top 10 smart home brand in China, and the fourth for the best lighting control brand in China after ABB, Lutron, and Haier. About our market presence in China, inside China, we have a huge distribution network, covers 156 cities, including all first-tier cities and 86% second-tier cities, and half third-tier cities. In the global market, we have distribution network in 99 countries and regions. In the past 10 years, our partners have successfully finished more than 10,000 projects in different countries. It ranks from large-size projects such as Dubai Airport, BMW Museum, to small-size projects like quartered houses. Last year, we had shipped more than 450,000 units of products to overseas market, which is easily enough to equip more than 5,000 houses. HDL has been working on promoting our brand and technologies in the market. We had established 12 international training centers, and each year our partners organized more than 50 exhibitions and seminars to promote our brand awareness and create business opportunities. So what does HDL do? We are not a trading company. We are a company with R&D center, manufacture plants, branding, distribution and services departments. So we are designing, manufacturing, branding and distribution all in one company. So currently we have around 500 employees. One of the biggest advantages of HDL is we can always make sure our cost is the most competitive in the market, and we can monitor and control every step of our product department, manufacture, and quality control. So more importantly, we can react fast to the market changes and customer demands. So our factory covers an area of 14,000 square meters. We have 4 SMT production lines. Our daily production capacity is around 5,000 units. Our facilities, internal management process, and procedures are completely in compliance with ISO 9001 and ISO 14001 and other standards for industry and the environment. With regard to our business model, we are more installer friendly. That's simply because our products was designed to sell and maintained by professional installers. So being a wild whole home automation manufacturer, we must rely on our installer partners to sell, to install and provide after-sales services. So we emphasize and appreciate the value of our distribution partners, and we dedicated to help our distribution partners to grow their abilities and business potentials in their local market. So HDL distribution management system is designed for long-term and sustainable development. No matter if you are a distributor, a dealer, or an installer, you can find your position under our system, and more importantly, your interests can always be protected. We have a set of strict distribution management policies aiming to protect your market, your projects, and your profits. For example, each of distributor has its own territory, and no cross-board is allowed. No dumping price competition is allowed. Publishing price online without our approval is not allowed, and HDL will also provide corresponding project protection when our partners submit its projects from his region. So we protect your interests by protecting your territory, your projects, and your profits. Therefore, in the past decades, plenty of companies joined HDL family. Now we are dealing with 300 direct distributors and dealers, and more than 1,000 secondary installers work with them. Last year, the shipment of our orders is about 450,000 units, which has estimated to have amounting around 20,000 households. About 40% of our products are sold to Europe markets and 30% to Middle East market and the African market, 20% to Asia Pacific market, and the rest to America's market. Each year, HDL organizes core distributor conferences to set stage for communication and exchange of product development and market trends between headquarters and partners. Together with the conference, there is an awarding ceremony for best project and partners, aiming to honor those who made great contributions to the HDL brand and the business development in their local market. To better promote and HDL technology, we had established 12 international training centers to provide trainings and service support, so people do not need to travel to headquarters to receiving trainings. They can take the training in their home countries or neighbor countries to save time and money. Up till now, HDL headquarters and training centers has successfully trained and certified more than 3,000 engineers in overseas markets. Now let's talk about our products. Currently, we have 3 product lines: KNX Bus Pro and Bus Pro Wellness. Why we need 3 different systems? It is because each of the systems has its own target market. For example, KNX is focused toward commercial building projects, as it is a worldwide standard protocol for buildings, and it is more preferable for large-scale projects. While Bus Pro was developed as a more adaptable to KNX system, since Bus Pro is proprietary and it is much stronger in customization and integration when compared to KNX. The hardware and operation cost is also low. Bus Pro Wellness was created for easy installation and also retrofit projects because no cabling is needed, so the installation can be finished in short time and less expense. And it can also work seamlessly with Bus Pro Wild system as an extension. With all above three systems, you are able to offer solutions for houses or apartments, commercial buildings, offices, hotels, and also airports, train stations, stadium, and even yards. Here I want to share you some data about what functions does people use in their houses. There are different features in different markets. In EU market, the most popular functions are lighting and shading control, security and access control, and then followed by energy management and climate control. While in United States, security and access control has 85% attach rate. Audio, video, and entertainment shows 75%. Lighting, window, energy management, and climate control has just about 65%. So in different markets, they has different requirements on products and the functionalities. HDL provides a wide range of products to cover all customer needs. Each of our systems has, for both wellness, KNX and Bus Pro. For example, we have lighting control, we have on-off, dimming, color temperature, RGB control. For shading, we provide brand and roller motors. For climate, we have AC, floor heating, and also we introduce air quality control. For entertainment, we provide solutions to integrate audio video control, and we have background music control devices. For security, we have detection, alarm, door lock, intercom, and access control. Besides that, we also provide multi-control user interfaces, which is very important for the end users, such as keypads, touchscreen application, and also smart speaker control. HDL has also integrated with many popular third-party products like Sonos for music control, Elan, Christian Casatunes, and also Samsung. for air condition control, Opera for hotel PMS system, and Netix for BMS control. Also voice control like Alexa, Google Home, and Alisa. Here we show some features of HDR lightings. When we talk about lighting, the users will ask, what about the benefits? It supports healthy and also productivity to allow you focus along the daily for work or study, and it has constant daylight control. It can save energies due to the dimming technologies. And HDL has a leading dimming technologies that is 5 times better than peers. And at the same time, the lightings can be running associated with shading, music, and others for scenario control. About access control, we have multiple ways to open the door by the door lock, like applications. You can also by password or fingerprint. And it can deliver safety while you leave and close the door. The home will automatically activate its alarm scenarios. At the same time, the remote door status can be reviewed by the application while you leave your home or outside. For the HVAC control, the main benefits is for energy saving. It has automatic control while occupied, the occupation status of the rooms, and you can also realize remote control or centralized monitoring from the application to save energy at your ease at anywhere and any time. So generally, 20 to 30% energy can be saved by the smart HVAC control system. Here is some of the keypads demo board we provide to our partners. Basically, we demonstrate our user interfaces in the exhibition, showroom, and other marketing events. For end users, they care about more how does the keypad looks like, and what materials and colors are available. Customization of our keypad is also one of our advantages. We provide free engraving, also circle screens and the color options. And for the screens, we also provide customization icons. Here I want to show you a new product. This is the 7-inch HDL source touchscreen. It is a management hub of your house, usually installed at the entrance to monitor and control every devices inside your house. It can be available for both Buds Pro and KNX and also Zigbee versions. It will be one of our best-selling products after launch to the market in near future. Let's talk about the product reliability. To ensure and guarantee the reliability, we had invested in professional testing labels, including one official KNX testing label, and the testing standards applied to the products are higher than IEC standards in HDL. Secondly, our products has necessary certification to sell to different countries and in compliance with different regions and their standards, such as UL, CUL, FCC for American markets, CE for European markets. So we provide all different certifications to make you easy import. And we establish a substandard supply chain. We only dealing with reliable suppliers for the chipsets and the electronic components to ensure the products delivered are highly quality control and guaranteed. Here are some facts and figures about our products. All of our products are self-development in our R&D team, and the product life cycle are being maintained by ourselves. HDL is holding 166 patents, including 22 invention patents. Our dimming accuracy is at top level. Moreover, we have industrial leading technology for lighting control, including Dali MOSFET, track 0 to 10, DMX. Each of the products has passed ESD, search, EFT, DLP test, and they have been manufactured with PA36 professional grade fire-proof level housing materials. The next part, I will show you some of our products. The first one is Guangzhou Park Central Plaza. It is a landmark commercial building, shopping center in downtown of Guangzhou City, and the biggest app shop was inside this building. HDL provide Buds Pro lighting control system to management and create a creative lighting environment to monitor this whole building. The second one is the office building of Australian Institutes of Architecture. It is the first green buildings, and it is equipped by HDL KNX system. Morpheus Hotel in Macau. It is designed by the legendary architect Zaha Hadid, and this building, its investment is more than 60 billion. It is public, and all 779 guest rooms are automated with HDL hospitality solutions. In last decades, HDL has equipped many hotels and corporates with well-known hotel brands such as Hilton, Marriott, Apple, and you can see here we have done more than 300 hotels inside China and overseas markets. So in generally, why choose HDL? First of all, we provide one-stop services and products. We have more than 300 skills to meet all different requirements from the market. We have pure P2P business mode, which dedicated to grow the benefits with our partners. We have effective protection policies for price, product, and territory protection to protect our partners' interests. Our products have competitive price, and we offer a big discount for partners, and our wild system position at middle and high grade projects, which provide more budget for your margin. And also we offer extra profits and like subsidiary on marketing and trainings, also for sales target rebates. And we also invest on marketing and social media to provide business opportunity supports and offer free customer and project leads to our partners and distributors, and also free samples, project design, and consultation. We provide trustable services, which is 12x7 online technical support. Our product is 5-year warranty, and HDL products and reputation was proved and certified by the international projects and customers. So how to start business with HDL? Here is the step, the roadmap. First, to register for our training, and then to be certified as a technical engineer. Order samples for demonstration and also practice. And then sign official agreements with HDL to approach projects and grow sales. So thanks for your patience to listen to my presentation. This is the end. If you have some questions, you can ask me freely.
Hello.
Hello.
What is the minimum requirement for someone to take the certification in terms of the background? Should they be electricians? Should they have IT background? What is the recommended background?
The recommendation background, for example, like electrical engineers, you have experience in low voltage, high voltage installation, like security, and also like software engineers, hardware development from IT or information markets. Is this answer enough for your question?
Yes, correct. Yes, thanks.
Hi, I would also like to make an inquiry. How long does the certification take for somebody to be certified? The training, how long does the training take?
How long? 3 days. This training, the basic technical training, 3 days. The first part is sales, and later will be the technical part. Hardware, software.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay. Okay. Another question. You said in your presentation that you offer market protection. How do you choose your right partner for a particular market?
Pardon? Sorry, can you repeat?
I'm asking.
Okay.
I'm asking, in your presentation, you mentioned that you offer market protection for your partners.
Yes.
So I would like to know the process of recruiting your local partners. Suppose we're interested.
Okay, we have different. We have two types. Of partners. Like we have distributors and also installers. For distributors, because like we assigned, especially for exclusive distributors, we assigned a region, and in this case, it is clear that no others were allowed to sell into this region. And this is regulated in the distributor agreement for all distributors. For installers, because installers, we provide project protection for them, not for region protection, because we may have more than one installer partners in one region or one country.
I'm thinking maybe I need to install software. Or antivirus and stuff. I don't have any antivirus. I only use Windows.
So if you don't have other questions, we will have a small break and then start it with the next part for technical training. My colleague Michelle will take charge of this part.
My account is set up. Account was proper set.
Yeah. I don't think the issue's on the sidewalk. I think it's really from the company because it's not even getting class 1%.
What I can do is also I can send you the data, and you can try uploading it from your side to your phone.
Yeah.
If it does, then we know it's.
Yeah. We can try that.
Mm-hmm.
We can try that quickly. I'll send you the file.
Is it?
We'll try it now.
Hello guys, we will start the basic training of the product and system topology in 12 minutes. Now it is 4 o'clock past 18. Yes, hello guys, you don't have to leave your email address in the chat box because we have registered this training for you, and after that, the sales in charge of your region will send you an email about the test and the link of the record of this training. So guys, you don't have to leave your email address. Hello everyone. Yes.
Hello, good afternoon.
Let's begin the training. Let's continue to make an introduction of the system of our company. Guys, I will send you to download the presentation from a link. That is a Google Drive link. So if you don't, if you begin the training, you don't ask the sales for registration, please leave your emails in the chat box. If you have confirmed with yourselves that you will join this training, you don't have to leave your email address because we have a record and we will send the presentation materials like the PPT and the record of this training to all of you through a Google Drive link. So now let's begin. If you have questions, then please type directly to the chat box, and my colleagues Kevin and David will answer questions accordingly, and I will answer questions through the Q&A part so that we can continue the training. Sorry for the possible inconvenience. If you have questions, you can type in the chat box directly, because during I'm making the introduction, I may not divide attention to your questions. So if you want the answer immediately, please type it to the chat box. My colleagues will answer them. So now let's begin. And I am a technical support from HDL, and in this group, we have Kevin and David. We are technical supports, so we will answer your questions one by one. So now let's begin. So today I will make an introduction of our Bus Pro system. This system is a smart home building control system independently developed by HDL. It adopts industry standard RS-485 cable whose core is twisted pair for bidirectional data transmissions, and the backbone network adopts UDP and the IP standard network. And this is our product structure. Before our sales manager, Richard, has introduced you some projects and the origins of the home automation. Now I will introduce them, the products and systems in detail. So we have control panels like touch screen, touch panel, multi-function LED panel, and the mechanical button panel to control the actuators like relay, dimmer, and so on. And this is the relay, and we have dimmer, we have curtain controller, and we have air conditioning controller, and we also have logic controller. This is like to do, the logic controller is to do timing and some logics. For example, you may want to turn on your lights at 6 o'clock every morning, so you can use a logic controller and the relays and then make some configuration. Then every 6 o'clock in the morning, the light will be turned on automatically. Tomorrow I will introduce you how to do this. And this is our sensors. And this is the gateway. And this is our audio and video devices. And we have software like HDR On Pro, iLife, and so on, so that you can use our softwares from your mobile phone to control the devices directly. For example, with the local LAN, you can control the devices at home from your mobile phone, and even you are at your office, but you have made some configurations, so you can control devices through your mobile phone, even though you are in your office. So you can remote control all the devices. That's very convenient and user-friendly. So for the price list and the brochure of all the devices, please contact your sales directly for it. So this is our system topology. Please look at this one. This is our gateway, and then with the gateway connect to Ethernet switch. Then you can use our bus cable to connect with other devices like panel, relay, dimmer, AC, and so on hand in hand. After make the wiring, then you can control the devices from your home by using the panel, and then with the cloud, you can upload data to our mobile app like HDR On. Then you can use your HDR On to control the devices. Also, with cloud, we can integrate with third-party app like Iridium, and we also can integrate with sweeping robot, air purifier, kitchen appliance, and smart speaker like Google Home, Alexa, and Alice. So, and the configuration is quite easy. Tomorrow, after my introduction, you will know how to do it. So please take it easy. So this is a basic system topology of it. So this is the products, and you can have a look at it. This is the gateway and the lighting module, smart curtain module, and this is a smart speaker, but this smart speaker is only sold in Chinese. only Alexa and Google Home that you can use. So you can have a look at our products. Later, I will introduce them in detail. And this visual intercom, some of you may know, we have integrated with Dahua Intercom. If you want to use Dahua Intercom, you can contact our sales. And the configuration is quite easy. With Dahua Intercom and our gateway, then you can use our own Pro app. So when there is someone calling you from outside, you can answer the call from your mobile phone or from the indoor unit. So that's a brief view of our products. Let's move on. And this is the network. And wiring, later, Kevin will introduce you about the wiring. So now let's talk about the system. So this is a single bus pro connection. So what you need importantly is one gateway. It is very important because if without a gateway, you cannot connect your devices with Ethernet. And also power supply module is very important. Then with a gateway and the power supply module, then you can add a relay dimmer and the multi and the other devices as you want. So you can form a system for your project. So this is 2. So if you have as one gateway can only support 64 devices. So if you have a big project has more than 64 devices, please add another bus pro gateway. Then use the Ethernet cable to connect with the Ethernet switch. And then other devices use our bus cable to connect them hand in hand. So the wiring is quite simple. So if you have far more subnet, then just use another Ethernet cable and with another gateway, then connect them one by one. So this is multiple system. You can see they are all connected with Ethernet switch. So if you have a super large system networking, then just a backbone switch and the area switch and the distribution box and then gateway, and each gateway can connect with 64 devices. That's how to do it. That is the topology. So in the system, we can have 255 subnets, and each subnet can hold up to 64 devices. So you can do a super large project like this. But sometimes our clients may make a small mistake. But it is very important. Please do not do it. For example, as I said, each gateway can hold up to 64 devices. So this is called a subnet. Subnet 1, device 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 until 64. And this is subnet 254. And for example, they have 64 devices. And then our clients may use a bus cable to connect the device. And then this make a ring. So you can see this is a ring. Then it will cause communication issue and make the system paralyzed. So please do not do it. Do the ring topology. Just each subnet can hold no more than 64 devices, but the last devices of this system shall not connect with a device of another subnet. Then it will make ring topology. So the system will be parallelized. So let me make a conclusion. So we have distributed control system, and most importantly, the effective length of a single bus pro cable is 1,200 meters. That's to say, a subnet you can hold as much as 64 devices, but the cable shall not exceed 1,200 meters. If the length will exceed 1,200 meters, please make another subnet, add another gateway. Otherwise, the communication may not be good. As I said, each subnet holds, sorry, here is a mistake. We can have holds up to 100 subnets. Up to 64 devices for subnet. So each subnet is connected to Ethernet with bus pro gateway. Oh, sorry guys, because the PPT has some issue, so now I fix it. So now let's continue. I'm sorry. So we've talked about the system topology. Now later, my colleague Kevin will introduce you guys about the wiring. So now let's skip this. So later, Kevin will show you guys how to do the system wiring, and that's quite easy. So you have to buy such terminals. So our cable has 4 colors, black, yellow, white, black, and red. And then you can use this terminal to connect with our bus pro cable. So that's quite easy. So here is a clear picture. So each color, for example, for this D plus, you use yellow, and for the 24 volts port, you can use the red color. So each port and each device will use this color accordingly, so you will not make the wiring mistakes. So you can keep the system in good wiring, then they will work good. So as I said before, we recommend hand-in-hand connection because in hand-in-hand connection is the best way for the devices to do communication. So we always recommend this. Some of our clients will use the star topology, but we don't recommend this. If we use this in a large network, when the transmission distance of a subnet exceeds 1,000 meters, then it will make low signal to noise ratio. Then the communication will be affected. So we don't recommend this. Please always do hand-in-hand communication. So now let's talk about our power supply. So this is the module of our power supply. So you can take a look at this. In the same subnet, you have to calculate the power consumption of all devices in order to select the appropriate power supply for modules. So you can judge this. For example, you don't know how to select a power supply, then you can find the data sheet of the devices. And then you can simply add their amperes together. Then you can know how many power supplies that you need. For example, you want all of these devices in your system, and you can refer to the brochure or data sheet, find their amperes, and then add them together. But guys, please note, here is a very important thing, that all the consumption of the devices in the subnet shall not exceed 70% of the power supply. For example, if you have so many devices, when you add the power consumption and you find their amperes will exceed 70% of the power supply, then please add another power supply. Because if the total consumption of the devices exceeds 70% of the power supply module, then the system will not work properly. So please don't do this. So after you have finished the wiring and select the products and select the appropriate power supply modules, and then make the wiring, then you have to do some configuration so that you can make the system work. But before the configuration, you have to make some preparations. So first, you have to connect them in an appropriate way. After this, you have to download the commissioning software. You can visit our website to download the commission software, or you can ask our technical support to give you the latest version of the commission software. And later, I will ask the sales to send you emails with a link to download the softwares. So before the configuration, you have to connect the computer to the LAN through a cable or Wi-Fi in order to get an IP after the software starts. If the computer is connected to both cable and the Wi-Fi, you need to select a corresponding IP on the software. So that's to say, you can see here is a network switch, right? And here is a gateway. So when you connect them, for example, this the network switch has an IP, and your computer may have an IP, and the gateway may have an IP address, but they are not in the same IP segments, so you cannot search the device under this IP segment. So please make them in the same IP segments. Our factory setting of the IP address for the IP module is 192, 168, and 10, and 250. It was written in the data sheet, so please make sure that your IP gateway and your computer are in the same IP segment so that you can search it. So as you know how to, if you are quite confused about how to make the IP segments, tomorrow I will introduce them in detail. It's quite easy. So as you can see, we have so many, our systems are so versatile that you can control AC, curtain, and the lighting, and the sensor of your house. But how many products do we have? So let me introduce our products to you. So we have lighting products, shading products, and the climate control products, and we also have sensors. So this is the relay that we use very popularly. We have divided the relay according to the circuit. For example, this is our 4-channel relay. This is our 8-channel relay. And this is our 12-channel relay. So we have different relays for your use. And we have divided them according to the power. We have 10 ampere and 16 ampere. And we also divide the relay according to whether there is current detection. There are conventional relays and relays with current detection. According to the structure, we also have relay modules and modular relays installed with standard distribution board. And according to the system, we have wired bus pro and the KNX system and the wireless bus pro and Zigbee modules. So for further understanding of the relay products, you can check the product data sheet by visiting our website. So that's the relay. So you can design your project according to different products. We have products that I think were suitable for your needs. And this is the wiring of the relay. So the traditional wiring is just like this. So it is a strong current, so it's quite dangerous. So in order to ensure the safety of your family members, we have made a smart wiring. We do wiring like this. So this is weak current, so it will avoid many dangerous situations. So this is the wiring of the relay. Later, Kevin will show you how to do this step by step. So this is our dimming module. This is our 4-channel dimming module. And this is our 4-channel dimming module as well, but this is 1.5 ampere and this is 3 ampere. So it can support 220 volts and 110 volts power input, and it has 4 channels, and each channel has a bypass button for manual control. For example, you can press this button to turn on or turn off the loads. And it also has fuse protection for each channel, so that the dimmer will be protected in case of short circuit. This is our MOSFET dimming actuator, and also have bypass button for manual control. So it is applicable to dimming control of different types. For example, incandescent light, halogen light, dimmable LED light, and dimmable LED driver. And as some of you may be the first time to use our products, so you are now familiar with it, and you have to design projects for your clients. Then please, if you don't know how to design projects, please also contact your sales, because they can ask pre-sales managers to help you design solutions for different projects like a hotel, like for household use and so on. So if you don't know how to do design for a project, then please contact your sales. He or she will help you. So also, we use weak current wiring for the dimming module. And this is also a dimming module, and this can be used to control the LED light, which has constant voltage. It has 6 output channels. Each channel has a bypass button as well, and this can control sync and sequence functions. Almost every lighting module of our company supports sync and sequence functions. Tomorrow I will show you how to do the configuration. And these MD LED modules are frequently used with RGB stripes. And with our granite display, we can use the color wheel to dim the RGB color of the LED stripes. And later I will show you how to do it. You see, this is the stripe light, and can do it with the RGB stripe light. So you can dim different colors with this module. So you can see with this, for example, the first channel is red, and second green, and the third blue. Then with the wiring and with the configuration, then you can control different colors of the RGB lights easily. So we also, except for RGB lights, we also have DALI module, so that you can control you can not only control the light, the intensity of the light, but also the color temperature of the light. And the DALI can form a network with a maximum of 64 short addresses and the 16 zone addresses. And then you can divide them different zones to control. For example, why we add this function is because, for example, a DALI module is control different lights from different rooms. Then how can a DALI module control 2 regions? Then you have to divide them to different regions. Then you can use a sync to control the all on and all off of the lights in the room. So we have to enable the DALI module be able to divide zones for different rooms. And the one master can control 1 or more slaves and communicate in half duplex operation. So as we have dimming modules, then why we have create DALI module? That is because for the DALI module, then the digital dimming is more precise, stable, and smooth. And it supports two-way communication and can feed back the situation of lamps to the system. And the daily control is more flexible. And most importantly, DALI has strong anti-interference ability. So that's why we also have this module. So this is the DALI module of our company. Then with this port, you can control the ballasts of the light. And after making the wiring, so you can control the color temperature and the intensity of the light. So this is the wiring of the DALI module. So you can see the DALI driver, or let's say ballasts you may be more familiar with. So you can use these to control lamps. And also the ballasts are connected hand in hand. And this is our 6-channel 10 ampere 0 to 10 volts ballasts. And this actuator is a multifunctional control module which has 6-channel relay outputs that is applicable for switch control and the 0 to 10 volts analog signal outputs, which can control the 0 to 10 volts dim bulb fluorescent tube and the 0 to 10 volts LED lights, and etc. This module can be used for lighting switch control of office buildings. So we also have the 0 to 10 volts dimming module. And this is the wiring of it. So we can control the voltage, then control the intensity of the lights. So you can have a look at the wiring. So now let's move on to our DMX module. So the DMX is the abbreviation of digital multiple acts, which means multiple digital transmission. DMX 512 control protocol is an industrial standard for data transmission between lighting controllers and the lighting devices, which was released by the American Stage Lighting Association in 1990. And its full name is USITT DMX 512, and its contents include the electrical characteristics, data protocols, data formats, and so on. So the most basic unit in the network process of DMX protocol is the channel. For case, a computer has functions such as color wheel, global wheel, dimming wheel, strobe, changing light color, pattern, etc., then a function needs a corresponding DMX channel to control it. Then a DMX interface can control up to 512 channels. Each lighting device based on the DMX 512 control protocol needs to be assigned a digital startup address number, which is the address code of the lighting device. The address code is used to address the DMX 512 control signal to ensure that the device only executes its own control signal. The address code is actually the starting serial number of the lighting device control channel. So with you have to write address for the driver, then you can control them. So this is our DMX module. then you can use this to control the RGB LED stripes, RGB lights, and other DMX devices using these 48 channels. And this is the wiring of the DMX module. So this is the decoder, and you have to add some signal amplifier when the distance is more than 40 meters. So to make sure the communication is good. And we also have DMX recorder, so it can be used to record the control effect of DMX console, then store and record it in the form of a program. It is often used to implement the lighting effects of medium-sized studios and the variety of show stages. So this is the use of our DMX module and recorder. So now we have learned about our lighting modules. So now let's move on to our smart shading. And this is the most basic module for the use of controlling curtains. So you can see this is a 2-channel curtain module. This is forward and reverse. So you can use this to control the 2-channel curtains through the controlling of AC motor. Users can make inch control for the shutters, set working time for each channel independent. Operation can be done on iPad and iPhone after configuration. So this is a very basic module for the control of shading. So this is wiring. For example, you have a curtain module and with the AC motor. And this is the very first way to control the curtain. And this is an interface of our granite panel. And this is open, this is stop, and this is close for the curtains. So this is the interface of our granite display. So guys, please note, as we have different ways to control curtain, please pay attention to it. I think my colleague in charge of the exams will make this as a question. So please pay attention. First, you can use a curtain controller plus an AC motor to control curtain. And later, I will introduce other ways to control curtain. So please pay attention to it. So also, we have curtain controller plus dry contact curtain motor to control curtains. So you can see with the dry contact module, and then with a curtain motor, the dry contact curtain motor. After do the configuration, you can use our Granite or our mobile app HDR On or other panels of our company to control the curtain. So we have curtain controller plus AC motor and curtain controller plus dry contact curtain module to curtain motor to control curtain. So sometimes you don't want the AC motor and you don't want the dry contact module, you want different ways to control the third-party curtains. So you can use our RS485 gateway. So with this, you can control different curtains. So you can send the decimal codes to control curtains. You can see the RS432 gateway plus protocol curtain model. So if you have a curtain model and this is 485 protocol, you want to control them by using our system, then you can send the protocol to us, to our technical supporting or to your sales. We will check if you can use this module to control them. So this is the linkage between our curtain model and our bus flow system. So we can control the curtains with different ways. So it's up to you. And as we learned about different ways to control the curtains, and now let's move on to our climate control. It is very important because we all want to control the furniture in our home with smart home automation so that we can control them through panel and our mobile phone. So that's very convenient. So you can see we have the AC air conditioner type, we have unit machine, and we have water season air conditioning. And we also have infrared transmit module to use the infrared control to control the AC. We also have air conditioning module to do direct control of the AC, and we also can use RS232 gateway to control protocol AC. So we have this IR emitter. This is called IR emitter. Then with this, we can send codes. We have a large code library, then we can match the code for your AC. Then you can use them to control, for example, the Panasonic AC, and we have codes inside our code library. If the code can match the AC in your house, then you can send codes directly to control the AC in your home. But if the AC is not the codes to control the AC is now inside our code library, then you can use our IR learner to control the AC through learning the codes. Tomorrow I will introduce how to do it. As when you have this module, you can not only control AC, but also fan, DVD, projector, and so on. If you can find the codes inside our library, or you can learn the codes to control them. So this is very great because you can control so many devices through IR, but it only for IR control. And so this is the topology of it. So with the bus cable connect to the panel, so the IR emitter is connected with the granite. This is our granite display. And then you can use this to point to the AC. Then after make the programming, you can use the IR emitter to control the AC directly. So that's quite easy. And this is our AC module. And this is the model number. So you can control the centralized HVAC systems in conjunction with air conditioner panel, like our Granite, Enviro, Tile series, and so on. So this module receives environmental temperature data and optimizes fan speed, mode, and temperature setting. So this is for mode, and this is for the fan. So you can control them manually through the bypass button. So you can see, connect them with the bus cable, and then use this AC module to control the valve of the AC. Then you can control different modes and different fan speed of the AC. So that's the principle of it. So you can use IR emitter, and you can use our HVAC module to control the AC. Here are two ways, and here is another way to control the AC. So this is the RS-232 module. For example, you have a Modbus protocol AC, and then you want to control them through this module. Then you can ask for integration. Ask yourselves to apply integration for you, so that you can use our RS-232 module to control the AC, like Modbus protocol and so on. So this is the module, the RS-485 converter. So this is very popular because with this you can control many different protocol devices. For example, you can connect them first, and then after make integration, you can upgrade the firmware of this module. Then you can use it to control Modbus AC. So you can send the protocol for us to check. If we haven't integrated with them and you want to control them, control different protocol devices, then please send the protocol to us. We will check if we can integrate with them. So this is the different ways to control AC. We can use IR emitter, AC module, and the RS-232 module to control AC. So here are different ways to control them. We not only have module to control AC, we also have floor heating module. So this is the picture of our floor heating module. This control method is to replace the thermostat and directly control the solenoid valve of sub-catchment devices with heavy current. So with this, you can control the floor heating of the floor heating. So we have learned about the lighting, shading, and the climate control. So now let's move on to our smart sensors. This is our all-in-one smart sensor. It has PIR motion sensor and the lux sensor, dry contact, and etc. for different applications. This sensor supports HDR security mode and command. So this is a sensor. And we also have infrared motion sensing technology. So this is the sensor use the infrared motion sensing technology. So it has the properties of reflection, refraction, scattering, and interference and absorption. Any substance, as long as it has a certain temperature, can radiate infrared rays. The infrared sensor does not directly contact the detected object, so there is no friction, and it has the advantage of high sensitivity and a faster response. And also, if the sensitivity is not good for you, you can go to the basic information of the sensor to adjust the sensitivity. So you can match the sensitivity that you want. And we have sensors that using the ultrasonic sensors. And the ultrasound is a mechanical valve whose vibration frequency is higher than 20 kilohertz. It has the characteristics of high frequency, short wavelengths, smart diffraction phenomenon, and especially it has good directionality, which can become a ray and propagate in a direction. Ultrasound has a great ability to penetrate liquids and solids, especially in solids that are opaque to sunlight. So you can choose the sensor using the ultrasonic motion sensing technology if you want. And we also have microwave motion sensing technology sensors. So I think you guys know well of the microwave detection, so I will not introduce it in detail. And we also have dry contact modules that you can use it to integrate with third-party dry contact sensors, like smoke sensors and so on. So dry contact module can be used to detect the state of doors and windows, thus triggering security alarm. It can connect to ordinary buttons as switch buttons, sense control buttons, sync control buttons, and sequence control buttons. So with this, you can integrate with third-party sensors. And this is the easiest way to integrate with third-party, because you don't need to connect devices via protocol, no drivers are needed. As long as the third-party device has a passive switch signal or a relay signal, then you can connect the third-party device to our system. So I think this is the easiest way to control third-party devices. And we can have the magnetic contact. And we have the natural gas coil gas sensor, water leakage sensor. So as long as they have a passive switch signal or a relay signal, then you can control them directly to our system. So as I mentioned, that the dry contact module can use with our security module. Then after make the configuration, so when there is someone break in and the door magnetism detected someone break in, and it will trigger an alarm to send messages through email to your mobile phone and send an alarm to your HDRO app so that you can know it. And for example, when the gas sensor detects here is a gas leak, and it will also send a message to you, so you will be informed. And also, it is useful for the elder people or women who is pregnant. So he can press this button for emergency calling, then you will receive message. So with all the devices and after make the configuration, the safety of your house can be ensured greatly, and it will also enable you to control devices from remotely, from the panel or from your mobile phone. So that's very user-friendly, and the configuration are quite easy. I will introduce them to you later. So that's about the system topology and our products. So this is the wired system. In 5 minutes, I will introduce the wireless system. So if you want to take a break, you can take a break for 5 minutes. And I will see if I will answer the questions. Okay, sorry, I didn't see before. Yes, I will take a screenshot and ask Olivia to contact you. Yes, I have taken note. So I will later ask Olivia to contact you. You mean the range of the IR emitter? In my experience, it have to be less than 5 meters. Less than 5. Yes, I will send you the this presentation through a Google Drive link to all of you. Yes, we have DALI, the first version and the second version. Both of them support DT6 and DT8. So if you have questions, please ask me directly or type it. I will answer them one by one. And in 3 minutes, I will introduce you guys about the wireless system. So then we can learn about it. Okay, now let's go back to the PPT. I will show you about the IR emitter. Tomorrow I will show you the setup for IR emitter, but because the IR emitter has a range, if it is more than 5 meters, for example, as you know, for example, when you are watching TV, in your house, and you use the IR controller to switch the channels. So if you put the IR controller far away from your TV, then you may not be able to switch the channels or or add the volume or do some operations like that. So the IR emitter only supports to control devices in less than 5 meters. And the setup we have to do in tomorrow, I will show you. But the detection range has nothing to do with the setup, just because the IR emitter can only detect devices in less than 5 meters. You see, this this is a IR emitter. This is the IR emitter, and you have to use this to point to the AC or TV or fan. Then the range has to be less than 5 meters. If it's more than 5 meters, the range is too far. Then you cannot control them successfully. Am I understood? I think 4, because it is a 4-channel IR emitter, so you can use it to control 4 devices, different devices. This is a 4-channel. We also have one channel. We also have 1-channel IR emitters. Yes. It will comes with a menu key as well. So about this, am I understood? If not, you can explain me. I will try to make it clear. Oh, okay. So okay, guys, if you have any other questions, then please type it in the chat box. I will answer them later. So now let's move on to our another system, which is our Bus Pro wireless system. And don't worry, the topology and the configurations are the same. Just they have different products, and the way, because as there is no wiring, right, which is called wireless, then there is no wiring to connect them. Then I will show you how to connect them so that they will form a system so that they can control different devices. So now let me tell you how to do it. So now, guys, let's go to our Bus Pro wireless system. So unlike the reason we make this wireless system is because, for example, hello?
I'm good. Yes, for sure. Yeah.
Sorry, I have to mute you guys. Okay. So the reason we make the wireless system is because, for example, you have a project, it's like a villa, a school, or a hotel, and you have make all the wiring, but you don't have position for the wiring of our smart system, smart home system. then you can use our wireless system so that you can realize the control of the home automation. So that's why we do it. So that here are many people, they have apartment projects, they have different rooms, and they don't want to make wiring again. So you can use the wireless system. Our wireless system is very popular in overseas regions. So now let's take a look at it. This, unlike the wired gateway, this is our wireless gateway, which is called MCIP, or you can call it mesh gateway. With this mesh gateway, and then match the frequency of different products of the wireless system, then you can do configuration for them, and then you can control different devices of our company. Let me exit this because here are so many information will bother us. So that's the wireless gateway, and with this and match the frequency of the panel, relay, and so on, then you can control the wireless devices. So we can work this with mesh mode or bridge mode. Later, I will introduce what is mesh mode and what is bridge mode. And here is a wireless communication distance. If there is no barrier, then the communication distance is 50 meters. And the transmission power is this. And the installation, you can make it wall hang or tabletop. And this is the frequency channel for different regions. So you can use different regions for different channels for your region. Don't worry, it was written in the data sheet. And if you, while you are using this, you don't know which frequency to use, please contact us. So this is the gateway. And please note, if your building has many floors, in order to make sure the good communication, we recommend that one floor to be one independent system and set different frequency for adjacent floors. For example, you have a building and has 3 floors. Floor 1, you use, please make a different system for different floor. That means you have to add different gateway for each floor. And then the frequency must have to change so that they will not have the signal conflicts. So you can make a little bit difference for the frequency of them. And the transmission distance, as I've told you, is 50 meters, but there is no obstacles. But if there is indeed has obstacles like a wall or something, then the distance will decreases 20 meters if through. So it's better to install in empty place or forbid to install near the metal objects. So it is very important, so please note. So this is the working mode. It is called mesh mode. Mesh mode features that multiple routes are available, making the network connection robust. So, for example, this is the gateway, then I can put different devices. And then, for example, this is a panel, this is a relay, and after match the frequency of the wireless gateway, then they can work. So with this, as you know, in the wired system, they have a subnet. This is a subnet, and different devices. They are one subnet, so they cannot communicate easily. Then with this wireless system, for example, this relay has been destroyed in this system, but it will not affect the communication between other devices because they can find the signals with different ways. But in the wired system, if inside a subnet, here is one device has been destroyed, then it will affect the communication of the whole subnet. So here is an advantage. So for example, when you have different devices, one is destroyed, it will not affect. And what you have to do is to replace this device, and the others will not be affected. Or if this device, you don't want to use it anymore, you can use the whole system without this device. You can ignore this because it will not affect the communication. So this is a bridge mode. It is used to connect separate bus flow installations together rather than using Ethernet cables. Suppose you have a project and it is inconvenient or impossible to lay Ethernet cables. You can use the bridge mode. So you can use it with wired system. So this is bridge mode. And here is another situation. For example, you have you have already formed a wired system. Everything worked properly, but one day your client comes to you and said, I want to add one more light or one more curtain inside the room. Then you can use a wireless gateway and then use an Ethernet cable to connect to the wired system and match the wireless devices. Then you can add this freely. So because it is wireless, you just have to make power supply for the wireless devices. So you can use it. And we have a wireless converter. With the wireless converter, you can also make the devices to work with the wired system. So you can use the wired and the wireless system together. So you don't have to worry. For example, one day your client wants to add a light, add something, then but it is impossible to lay Ethernet cables or any other cables. You can use our wireless system. So this is the mesh mode. In the mesh mode, the subnet ID, this is the subnet ID of all wireless panels, and the subnet ID of the wireless gateway have to be the same. So in this mode, the subnet ID have to be the same. You see, they are X, and this subnet ID have to be Y. They have to be the same. And please note, no matter it is in wired system or in wireless system, please always make the gateway's device ID is 0. No matter how many subnets in your project, please always make the device ID of the gateway to be 0. For example, this is a gateway, and this is from subnet X. Then the subnet ID is X, and the device ID is 0. You see, X and 0. And you can also add another system. The subnet ID is Y and the device ID is 0. So you can, why the subnet ID and devices ID is so important is because you may have 10 panels. They are the same and they control different ACs in your house. So if they does not have a unique subnet ID or device ID, then how do you know which is which? Then how can you make the configuration? Then you cannot control the right devices. It is the same situation like in a class. Have 3 people who are named Michelle. Then how does the teacher know which Michelle is which? So you have to give them unique subnet ID and device ID, so they will be unique in the system. Then when you do the configuration, you will know you have to control which one. So that's quite easy. And this is the mesh mode. And this is the demo board of the mesh mode. So you can see this is our wireless gateway, and this is our wall panel and the power supply, DLP panel, and and this is DLP panel as well. Then match the frequency of the gateway and the wall panel and the relay module and the DLP. Then you can form a system to control your house. So the configuration is quite easy. You have to press the PROG button according to a special way, and also press some button of the panel or relay or some other devices in a special way, which is written in the data sheet. When they press this, for example, press this very fast 2 times and long press it for a time, and then it will enter a programming mode. And the other devices also enter the programming mode. Then they will match the frequency automatically. Then you can search the device in the software. Then you can do the configuration. So what you have to do is just to match the frequency by pressing different buttons in different devices. Then you can make them match the frequency. That's quite easy. And this is the bridge mode. And the subnet ID of all wireless gateways are different. You can see this is X1, X2, X3, X4. So, and with RF signal, they can match together. So that this is the bridge mode. So you can make projects with different mode. And this is a board of the bridge mode. So you can see that's the way to do it. And actually, these products we also have in wired system. When I make the introduction of products of our wired system, I just select some of them to do the introduction. For more products, you can visit our website. So tomorrow I will introduce you how to do the configuration. You know how to configure the wired system, then you will know how to configure the wireless system. They are the same. Just the only difference is between the wiring. And so let's move on to talk about the system products of our wireless system. Gateway, this is the gateway, and this is based on mesh technology. So you can use the Ethernet cable to connect with the Ethernet switch, and then you can use this bus cable to connect to the bus system, and also you can match the frequency of the system. So it has 3 ways to form a system. And this is the converter. So with this module, then it enables communication between Bus Pro device and the Bus Pro wireless devices by the means of connecting with Bus Pro devices and converting its signal to Bus Pro wireless signal. So with this, or with the Bus Pro, or with the mesh gateway, you can use the wired system and the wireless system together. That's the way to do it. So now let's move on to the power panel and the power interfaces. So this is our DLP panel. We have it in a wireless system and a wired system. So this is what the DLP button. And it has the control pages for lighting, shading, HVAC, and the music. And in 4 of the general pages, user can change the current in LCD on programming software. The LCD directly indicates the control contents when its push button are able to give you firm feedback that confirms your operation. For example, you press this button to turn on a light, and the indicator will also turn on so that you can know you turn on what. And you can also make remarks for each target. Tomorrow, I will introduce you how to do it. And this is our iTouch series. We have 2 buttons, 4 button, and 6 button panel. And its body is enclosed by a fine aluminum frame, while the face is a piece of glass with touch buttons. It perfectly matches any interior decoration. So, and these indicators, you can do customization by yourself to use different colors. You can adjust them by yourself. And for the panels, we have interface, and the interface is equal to a relay or dimmer, because we have, for example, this is an interface and this is LN type for power supply. Then this just a power supply interface, but we also have a LN type for 1-channel relay and with temperature detection. This can be used as a temperature source of the AC. We also have the power interface with 3-channel relay. And we also have 3-channel dimming. So for more, with this power interface and plus the panel, you can use the panel to control the relay or dimmer in the power interface after configuration. So that's very convenient. So this is the power interface, and this is just a power interface, and this has a 3-channel dimming. Then you can connect load to this port, and this is for the relay. We also have a power interface for relay and dimmer. Please refer to the brochure or data sheet. And we also have smart lighting. You can just buy power interface with relay or dimmer. Then you don't have to buy lighting modules. Or you can buy power interface for the panel and then buy our actuators. This is the one-channel actuator. This is a one-channel relay. And this also have 4 dry contacts. You can use it as a dry contact module. And this is our 2-channel wireless relay outputs and also have 4-channel dry contact channel. And this is the dimming module. And this is the 1-channel dimming module and also have 4-channel dry contacts. This is our 4-channel wireless 0 to 10 dimming actuator, and it also have 4-channel dry contacts. So the products are a little bit different from what we have in the wired system. So with power interface with channels, you can control relay or dimmer, and you can also buy dimming or relay modules. So now let's move on to our smart shading. This is our 1-channel wireless curtain actuator. It also has 4-channel dry contacts, so it can be used to control different targets. They look like the same, so please pay attention to the name. And this is our curtain motor. So you can control the curtain to open, close, stop, and the percentage. And it has an overload protection and overheat protection. This is the curtain motor of our wireless system. Sorry. So in our wireless system, we also have smart sensors. And this is our wireless PIR sensor. So it can use it to detect movement and then trigger target. We also have ceiling mount ultrasonic and PIR sensor. So they are using different technology. And we also have dry contact module. And actually, this is a dry contact module, and they have 1 channel for the 1 relay channel as well. So this is the product of the wireless system. So we have finished the learning about the wireless and the wired system and their products. So if you want to make a project and you don't know how to select products or make design of the project, please contact yourselves for standard solutions. So now if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Oh, hello, Bernard. You don't have to make the IP address of the gateway to be 0. The device ID, tomorrow I will show you how to do it. We just have to right-click the device and then change it into 0. That's quite easy. Tomorrow I will show you because Kevin will show you the wiring, and after that we can search the device. Because KX devices will be introduced in the 3rd day. Kevin will make an introduction about KX system and KX devices. So if you are interested about the KX system, please join us in the third day, the same time. For the wireless device, also need a wire for power, because if there is no power for them, they cannot work. So you have to to connect the power supply for the wireless devices. Hello, any other questions, guys? Please feel free to ask. No, I said the third day. The day after tomorrow. Because, yeah. The KS is the day after tomorrow.
What is the difference between your system, wireless system, and the Zigbee, Z-Wave system?
The Zigbee system, the difference between them is the protocol is different. So nowadays, we don't promote the Zigbee devices to foreign countries except for Southeast Asia, because some of them are still in Chinese. We haven't finished the translation of them. So they, just because the system protocol of them are different, but the configuration also different, because we use different software to do the configuration.
What's the frequency for the wireless system?
It depends on your region. For for China is this, for Europe is like this, and for other countries we have different frequency, but I don't list it, and sorry, I don't remember it, but it is written in the data sheet. You can check that. I'm sorry, I can't remember all the frequencies.
Thank you.
I'm glad that I can help. Any other questions, guys? For the Zigbee system, nowadays our Southeast Asia clients are using the Zigbee system because some of them are a little bit understand Chinese, and so they are using it right now. I think next year we will promote the Zigbee devices to all of you with our new software, and then you can make configuration through your mobile phone. And it is wireless, so that's quite easy.
I'd like to ask, does the system work with the solar powered house?
Sorry, I didn't catch you. Can you please pardon?
I'm asking, your system, does it work in a solar powered house?
Yes.
Or is it just...
You mean it can do for what house? My system for what house? Sorry, I didn't catch that word.
A house using solar instead of house powered by the solar system.
Can you please type the solar system, the words for me? I need
Okay.
to check. Sorry.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you. Hello, any other questions, guys? Okay, I understand. Thank you. Now, yes, it can work, but for the for the solution for the project, please check with your sales. We are now promote this solution for different projects. Do you know who is your sales? For the may I know which region are you from? So I will introduce a sales to help you make the solutions. Okay. Later I will ask may I have your email address? Then I will write it down, then I will ask the sales to help you. Sorry, wireless doesn't have granite. Wireless only have the DLP and this panel. Let me show you. The granite we only have iTouch series and the DLP for the wireless system. We don't have granite. Okay, I will take a note. Then after the training, I will ask the sales to inform you. Sorry. And about the BESS system, I need to check with Lawrence. Need to check with the director of all the sales for the international sales. Need to check with Lawrence. It depends. Just we have a power supply module, and you have to add all the amperes, and shall not exceed. Let me type for you. You have to add all the amperes of the devices, and then all the consumption shall not exceed 70% of the power supply module. %70 of the power supply module. So I cannot tell you for sure how many devices can support, because it depends on how many devices you use. Different devices have different power consumption. Just for example, if you use two DLP, and the DLP is 10 amperes, and then 2DLP is 20 amperes, and the mesh gateway, just for example, is 30 amperes. Then plus them together, then the amperes is a total 50 amperes. Then our power supply module, for example, you use 750 amperes once. Then obviously you can know how many devices that can support. But please note, shall not exceed 70% of the power supply module. Okay, great. You are so clever. Any other questions, guys? Hello, guys. Any questions about the system or about our products? Please feel free to ask. If no more questions, let's take a break for about 10 minutes. Then Kevin will show you guys the wiring. And if you have any other questions, you can think about it and then type in the chat box. I will answer them later. So you can take a break and think about the questions. Then later I will answer them one by one.